origins and the history of like where the family came from. I feel like I'm not totally sure. So you were born obviously in Haifa,
Palestine. No, I was born in Kfar Saba.
in Kfar Saba. Where is that?
It is east, about 15 miles east from Tel Aviv.
And where were you born?
Jerusalem,
Jerusalem.
the
where
old
were,
Hadassah.
and where were you born?
I was born in Haifa.
So you're the only one born in Haifa. So when you were born, who was there? Grandma Jeanette, obviously. but your father, your birth father, what was?
He was fighting in the brigade. 42. He went to war with American base.
So you were born in Palestine in 1940, and your father was 40, and your father was there.
For the British brigade. The Jewish British brigade.
Okay.
They were fighting for them.
In where? You know, he was in Europe.
Yeah.
And what was his name?
Fritz. Rabbit.
What was his last name?
מה פתאום?
Fritz Kravitz.
אותו על האונייה,
And do you know where he was born?
התחתנה על האונייה.
Huh?
Vienna.
He
But
was
he's
born in
telling
it?
a different story.
Well, that's why I want to have all three, because I want to hear the difference.
But they.
So your understanding
I'm not
is,
going to tell you his story.
well, no, all of it, but really grandma. The grandma story is the connection between the three. So Fritz Kravitz, and you think he was born in Austria?
Yeah.
You know when he was born? You know?
He's born in 27. Isn't it?
I know you met him.
Where is
I
mom?
have a marriage certificate.
Where's mom? Mom was born in 27?
Vienna.
No, I know.
21.
21. So he was born 20. Or
20,
18.
okay. And so they knew each other in Vienna.
Yeah.
And Grandma Jeanette. So when Grandma Jeanette was born, Grandma Jeanette, where was Grandma Jeanette born?
Spited in Vienna, Spited the children.
And you think we all agree on that?
That's what?
Grandma Jeanette was born in Vienna.
Yes. Her mother was Polish.
And what about her father?
Polish.
They were both. Do you know where they were born? In Poland. And how do you know how they ended up from Poland to Austria?
Economic. Must be economic.
More Polish by blood.
So all right. So they were born. Their parents were born in Poland.
Right.
Ended up in Vienna before 1920.
Wait. I know how they came Polish because everybody stole. Germans stole the Polish stole the territory of the people. You know this thing?
Yeah.
After World War I,
אוי, ישב פה.
everybody was
תזוזי קצת.
so
No. Sorry, darling. I just want just the three of them. So I want
I
to
want to listen.
come over here so we're recording.
You got? Oh,
Yes.
I want to
So,
listen to the story.
all right. And so Grandma Jeanette, born 1921 in Vienna.
Right.
What is your understanding of the story of how she was raised? Like, what did her parents do in Vienna? Do you know anything about what they
He
did?
was a tailor, her father.
And the mother?
The mother was also a dressmaker.
And did you guys know them? Did you meet them?
We met grandma. We met our grandma.
Grandma.
She came to Israel once, and I went to Scotland.
So what? All right. So let's back up.
I never saw her.
No, she came
Grandma-
to Israel when I was a baby. Where were you?
So Grandma Jeanette's born in Vienna, 1920. Her parents are there already.
I don't know.
I was not there.
right,
I
well-
never met.
Let's go back in time. 1920 in Vienna, right? So they're there. The father's a tailor,
Yes.
and
She was a seamstress.
and how many children were there?
Two.
one.
What do you mean?
One
Yeah, so
imam.
two together.
Two together.
I said two.
Yeah, so a brother and a sister. And what was Grandma Jeanette's name? What was she known as?
Hannah.
Jeanette.
No, Hannah in Israel.
Jeanette Katz.
Cat.
Cats.
And it was Jeanette. That was an Austrian name.
No, they was Nettie.
Nettie?
In English is Jeanette, yes.
What was the name in German?
Nettie.
Nettie Katz in German.
Nettie, N-E-T-T-I.
And do you know the name of the parents?
Rose and Herschel Katz.
But Rose was the English name. What was the German
They
name?
was,
But Rose and
Rosa,
Herschel.
Rosa.
Rose and Herschel Katz. They were in Vienna. And so, Grandma Jeanette, do you know anything about? She went to elementary school there, I assume, right?
did.
And your brother also. And then they went to high school.
the
She
beginning.
escaped the Nazis.
Nazis.
She was 17
She was 17 when she went to.
when the
Yeah,
Nazis.
but she didn't go to high school there, probably.
I don't think so.
Like, would she be in school? Did she learn to read and write
She
in school?
learned to sew.
She learned to sew.
She's like, you don't know, like, could she write and read German?
Of
Yes.
course, she wrote
In the house, they spoke German. What about Yiddish or Hebrew?
Hebrew in Israel. But
So-
home they spoke
She also knew
German.
English in
German.
Israel. She
Our
learned
first
English in
language
Israel.
was German.
So when she grew up, she only spoke German.
Yeah,
Right.
you spoke to us all the time. till
But
a
she
few
knew
years.
English when she came.
Yeah,
I
because
think.
of the British in Israel, she
Right.
learned
But
English.
sorry. So she's there. She's a teenager. Do you know anything about her life as a teenager there?
No.
She was received with the Jewish, I don't know which one of the radical Jewish youth.
Organization.
Before she came to Palestine?
Yeah, that's the way she got in Palestine. They were smuggled into.
No.
Chava will tell you how she met
You might
She
have a,
went
you might have a
to
lechi.
Europe. The partisan helped her to get to
What
Cyprus.
year is this?
36,
Roughly. 1938?
36,
Well, no.
1738. 38, 1938.
She
was
came to
38.
Israel in 1930.
All right, so 1938,
before
Hitler's
it.
rising.
Before we
Yes.
came to us.
And so what's happening? I don't mean the Jews are getting concerned. Hitler's rising.
She ran with the group of Zionists. They escaped through Europe. The partisans.
Do you know the
helped
name
her.
of the group?
How would I know?
Lechi.
Lechi?
You might have
He's inventing things.
All right, so 1938.
Dad is inventing things.
So
But anyway, from
1938.
what I know,
She's 17 years old.
right,
And how did she meet his father?
on the ship, from what I know.
On the boat.
On the ship, she got to Cyprus.
How did she get?
The partisan helped her to escape the Nazis.
They went from Austria to Hungary, to Yugoslavia,
Went to Europe.
Italy. To Italy.
As a 17-year-old
Yeah.
with
In
Fritz?
Italy, the Jewish organization smuggled
They're
her.
paying us, I know.
They're recording and you're disturbing.
Getting questions.
So, all right, so 1937, 38.
About,
They're
okay.
rising. A 17-year-old girl. What happens to her brother and her parents?
Well,
Mother,
the
Mother
grandfather.
Okay, I want to tell you about the
Off to
grandfather.
England.
No.
Scotland.
That was after the war. The Scottish opened their door to
Herschel
Jews.
got caught with the Nazis. He didn't believe Hitler is coming. My mother told me he didn't believe Hitler is
Her
coming.
father, his father,
He
her
got
father.
murdered.
Her father.
They killed him.
Yeah.
Do we know where? How?
I guess in the street. I don't know.
So 1938, he's still alive, right? Probably.
After she escaped, they were still alive.
They were still there. So she left, and her
She left.
parents and her
Parents
brothers.
remained, and her brother
And her
remained.
mother and her brother Norbert,
Yep.
somebody helped them from the church to escape, and they.
The Catholic
they went to
family helped them out.
So sorry, but so
They
1938.
saved them.
1938, she leaves, meets Fritz at some point, but the parents and the brother are still in Austria.
Yes.
Do we know when the parents? I mean, you said the father died. Do we know what year he died?
No.
Do we know?
Benjamin, excuse me, you can find this information.
I
in
didn't.
the
I
Yad Vashem.
went to Yad Vashem. I didn't find it.
Do we know? Was he ever sent to a camp, concentration
No, he
camp?
was, from what I know, he was shot in the street
In Austria.
with my uncle. I understood that he got shot in the head, and since then, you know, his mental issue went kaput.
This is grandma's brother.
Yes. So my grandmother, after the war, the Scottish, from what I know, the Scottish opened the doors to Jews from Austria. That's how she ended up in
So
Scotland.
they went right from Austria.
After the war.
Your grandmother, no, your
My grandmother and
grandmother,
my uncle.
How can it be?
מה למה לא? אחרי המלחמה.
He got hurt on the blitz, in the fighting. The brother, he got.
I know.
He was injured in the...
No, he was shot.
He was engineer someplace in the blitz over there, and he
That's
got
not
shot.
what I know.
That's why he
Okay.
was in Scotland in the special home.
Sorry, wait. So grandma leaves. We'll come back to grandma in a second. Just to wrap up on grandma's parents and the brothers. They're still in Austria. We think that the father gets killed in the streets of Austria, we think.
Yes.
And his name again was?
Fritz.
Grandfather?
Yes. Herschel.
Herschel Katz.
Herschel Katz. Okay, so we think Herschel Katz is killed in Austria. When did the brother and the mother leaves.
I don't know.
We don't know what year.
We don't know what year. After the
38,
war.
39,
No,
no.
I thought after the war. Yes.
They
Before.
left before.
I don't think so.
He got
Okay.
here to the
Three ideas.
And
we don't
you
know.
think they left from Austria
Yes.
right to Scotland?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so Scotland let them in. Where in Scotland did they live? In Edinburgh?
Yes.
In Edinburgh? And did you meet them ever in Edinburgh?
She met.
You met them in Edinburgh once?
Yes. You were 14? 10? How old?
I was 10, but my grandmother came to Israel when I was a baby. I don't remember it.
I know, but did you go to Scotland?
I went when she was
And where did they live when you went there?
in Edinburgh.
In Edinburgh.
Just the grandmother.
I went for 10 days. With my
Do we know
grandmother.
when did the grandmother pass away?
She was 80, but I don't know what the year.
1975. I have it
25? And her name again, I'm sorry?
Rosa Katz.
Rosa Katz. All right, so now let's go back to Grandma. So Grandma in 1938, she somehow
I know her maiden name was Salve.
שזה
S-A-L-V-A.
סיפור.
Salve.
Salve?
שיהיה קצת
That was her
בשקט.
maiden
Say
name.
it again for the camera.
Everybody, they don't
Salve.
have to know.
Grandma's last name before marriage was Salve.
Spell it.
S-A-L-V-A.
S-A-L-B-A. All right. So she ends up leaving Austria, and somehow we think she gets. Where do you tell me the story of how she left, and then you tell me how you remember.
From what I know, they left for Europe. The partisans helped her get to Cyprus. Then she got on the ship and she snuck into Israel because the British those years didn't let you.
How did you know how she snuck in?
They got off the ship and they probably helped them with the rope. I don't know exactly.
They came offshore, they offloaded them, and they shipped them to
And the Israelis helped them, right.
up north in Israel. They teach them the money, this and that's it. They don't catch, if they can catch them, we catch them.
Do you know what kibbutz?
Yeah.
What kibbutz?
So she.
כפר גלעדי.
Right, there's a stool there.
Up north. So they
Go
live
get the
north.
stool.
Your father, Fritz, is with her at this point?
Yeah.
And then what did they do? Do you know what they did for a living, like when they got there?
They got nothing, they got bored and they moved out of there.
To where?
They moved to Jerusalem.
הוא לא נסע איתה, הוא עזב את הארץ, אבא שלך.
עוד לא, היה במלחמה.
He left.
Listen,
They
they were
left
2.5 years together.
So 2.5 years together. So when you were born, was Fritz still there? He was there. And then
Tilly was a year and a half.
so he left a year and a half. And do we know where he went right away? In
They went to the war.
He went to the war.
The Jewish brigade.
And then
At the war, he went to America.
What are you
He was
talking?
there for 7 years.
Wait. Hey. You don't know. He went to America in 1951.
California.
all right.
לא, הם 51,
We
את
don't
לא יודעת.
know all our
All
gossip.
right. So he ends up. Did you have any contact with him after he left?
The only
Did you
time
know him as a child?
I had a contact with him in 1951. He left Israel and he came to visit me in the camp in Nahariya.
Okay. 1951. So did you know? Like, would they
I
talk to
didn't
you about him?
know, nobody talked. No, he came just, he wanted to see me. He wanted to take me with him, and my
Okay.
mom said no.
And then all right. So now, when were you born?
Say it loud.
Sorry. How much younger? I know he was 44.
Yes.
So
I'm not ashamed.
what is Grandma doing from 1942 to 1944? How did she meet your father?
I'm not going to start telling you what everybody. No.
Okay, we don't need that.
Okay, go different story.
All right. So your father, and then are they married?
Who's married?
Your father and your
Yes.
What year did they get married?
Before I was born.
Early 40s. And where are they living?
Everybody's listening. Oh my God. What the dirt of our family? You want to find out all
Do
the
you want to
kids?
stop and go do it somewhere else?
Yes.
All right, let's stop for a second.